Rock the Boat TV.
Yo, this Mace, you know what I'm saying? You got niggas that don't like me.
Hello everyone, this is Rock the Boat TV. To my right, Ricky Velvet. To my left, British Steve. And myself, Little L. And on the visuals, Simba. Now, Rock the Boat TV, this is episode 1. We talk about real situations, real topics with individual opinions and straight facts. So let's go, Rock the Boat TV, we are dead. Now, first one. What are your views on the H&M with the coolest monkey in the jungle tops?
Fucking everyone's been talking about that, isn't it? I think I'll let you start, Steve.
At first, I was like, why is this a problem? It's a kid in the top. Do you know what I mean? That was my reflex. But I don't know, man. I think, firstly, as an advertisement, you need to be thinking about your customers.
Customers, yeah.
And to just sort of ignore a whole set of customers and what they might feel, it's just stupid.
Stupid.
It's stupid, isn't it?
It don't make no sense.
And maybe you don't know. Maybe someone on the floor thought it was funny. You don't know, do you? But it might not have been intentional, but it was short-sighted.
Yeah.
And to just dismiss a group of people because, you know, I don't know, it's just ridiculous. And it was insensitive, yeah, because people used to get called monkeys and still do.
Exactly.
You
So
know.
they never do that. But then when
Well,
it
who's
did
to
happen,
blame then?
well, definitely two sets of people. The people that were paying the company, that were paying for it to get put out, and obviously the person's mum, the boy's mum, who said, right, okay, I've heard that before, because I think she was later said...
She said, well, what's the problem?
Well, no, she later did say that she knows what racism is.
Yeah.
She's been called a monkey before. So if someone's called you that before...
She should know.
When you went to the shoot and they're giving you your money, when you saw your kid with that top, you should have thought...
Maybe she didn't think. Maybe because... Listen, do you know, the other thing that happened to me is I almost made it about myself straight away, because you do when you read something, didn't you? And I thought, oh my God, all those kids.
Yeah.
And I've gone, oh, you little monkey, come here.
Yeah.
And the family, like, looking at me like, you stupid.
See, look, there's a difference. I know what you're saying, but there is a difference. Like, in other countries, they might not understand that term. That term, cheeky monkey, is a British thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So, now, my auntie used to say, do you know what I mean? Oh, where's Rick? Oh, he's gone off with that cheeky little monkey. That's, do you know what I mean? We know that term.
I hear what you say, yeah, sorry, because in America
as a big corporation,
different
it's a
base.
big thing.
Yeah, it's totally different.
Because even as you said before one time about football,
Yeah.
when they're trying and all that stuff, and that obviously you know that's offensive.
Yeah.
So when you're going to see a top saying coolest monkey, you know that's offensive.
Look, put it this way, at the end of the day, most people know that a derogatory term to a black person, apart from saying the N-word, is to say, oh, they're monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Otherwise you wouldn't get, like you just said, otherwise you wouldn't get black players on a football pitch and people chucking a banana trying to insinuate the fact that you're a monkey, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So, that being said, if you know that, it's like us going to the photo shoot and there's a family there, a Jewish family, and it's the Goldsteins, yeah, and their little boy has got the cutest little boy in the gas chamber.
Yeah.
I'm instantly going to stand there and go, why has he got that on? You shouldn't be saying that. Where's his mum? And I'll be looking at his mum like, love,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? You know, gas chamber.
Look, you looking.
Yeah,
I can see someone making that T-shirt now,
Like-
just like that bad humour. Do you know what I mean?
It's like, hello, this is not. Like, I'd be instantly, you know, that look of, oh shit, someone's just fucked up.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't stand there and not say nothing. I'd look at the person and go, that can't be
So
said.
to me, from a H&M point of view, I think it's just like can you swear?
Yeah.
I think it's just like a fucking publicity stunt. To be fair.
Yeah, you said, yeah.
I mean,
Do you know
it's
what?
It's talking on everyone's tongue, and it's still going on.
There's no such
For
thing as
a month or
bad
so,
publicity,
do you know?
as long as they spell your name
Exactly.
right. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but we've only just realised that type of attitude over the past 10, 15 years as a media and stuff like that's got bigger. So the way that it's only before historically used to be a rocker, like a guy in a rock group or a band could do something really bad and everyone still loves them.
Yeah.
Now we're having a culture now for the past 10, 15 years where people know, listen, I'm not even nothing to do with that. I could have something bad and that's still good publicity.
Yeah.
So maybe they did think that, or maybe, like some people, they just genuinely didn't think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a
backlash.
problem to him. But again, I really don't understand how someone could actually think that. I'm just being devil's advocate.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how no one could think.
Like someone in the boardroom would think, that's a bit,
It'd be interesting to know who signed off the advert and if they've still got a job.
Well, look, what usually happens with a lot of these companies is we think that H&M, we think it's whatever H&M stands for. It could be Harry and Melvin. We think Harry and Melvin is there organising everything.
Yeah, of course.
They're not.
They're not.
These companies, what they do, they do a side. Right, okay, we'll hire this company to pick our models. We'll pick these lot to verify all the pictures. That's how most
But at
things
the
are
same
done.
time, even though they all do that, it's obviously still has to go to one head to get the approval.
Well, there's always an approval person, but that, like I just said, that doesn't mean it's going to be Harry and Melvin. It's going to be Steve Burko, whoever, who's in charge of this department. Do you know what I mean? So that might have been the case, but it's still, you know, it don't make sense. That is like literally, if it was an Oriental kid and it had a T-shirt, cutest little yellow kid on the rice field.
Yeah.
Like, what what are you doing, mate? Do you know what I mean? I would instantly, even if that was a set of black people who own H&M and they'd done that to an Oriental kid, I'd be like, Jermaine, what the fuck are you doing putting a T-shirt on him saying that? That's disrespectful. So I don't understand how that's come out and people are like, what? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
Like, even this week, I wanted to buy a T-shirt and my natural instinct was to go, I know where I'm going, H&M. And I went down the street, and it's only until I was in the high street, no, I can't do that, I'm supposed to be boycotting it. And that was hard, because I loved H&M.
What did you think of them going in? I saw the clip, you know, I'm a Facebook addict, I'm on there just watching, just wasting my life. And you know what I mean? I start like a drone. I should really get up and do something productive. But there was the video of these guys rushing at H&M, chucking everything on the floor.
Oh yeah, that was in a different country.
Yeah, it was in America, wasn't it?
Is that from America? I think one of them was Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. They went in and just mashed up everything.
Do you know what I thought? I thought what, and some other black people might agree with this with me as well. You know when your people do something and you're like, why'd you do that?
Yeah.
Why did you do that? Like, there's no need for you to start trashing the store.
Yeah, for real.
Like, you need to, if you're angry about something and you want to, you want to get your point across, you can do that by articulating yourself and expressing, this is why we don't like this and blah, blah, blah. You going in the store and trashing it, people
It almost ruins the point, doesn't it?
Well, people are just going to go, see?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, right, cool. You know what I mean? It's like, why did you do that? Why did you do that? That's dumb.
Yeah.
Because all they're going to do is pick up the mannequin and go, yeah, whatever, we're still going to have a fucking T-shirt.
Yeah, it's still similar to the white mass, isn't it?
So, you know, it don't make no sense. Then
So you got a lot of far right people go, we're going to H&M now.
Yeah.
Legends.
Because the only people really that's affecting is the people that it offended. So it's going towards black people. I can guarantee I might know 100 white people and they'll say, yeah, it was really bad. I don't agree with that.
But it's still going.
But it's still go H&M, whereas...
So no matter what, they ain't lost.
Of course, that's the whole point.
And they're still talking on the top of the tongue.
So they're actually getting more publicity.
Done.
So it could be a publicity thing, do you know what I mean?
Beginning of the year, get themselves right up, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, make amends.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, I'm not going in there no more.
Yeah.
I might pay Steve to go and get me something.
Nice things in there still though.
But I can't see him no more. I might just go to Steve, look at Steve, get me that in that size, please. And don't tell no one, because I'll deny it. See what I mean? Steve can go in there and buy my shit for me.
Undercover agent.
You know what I mean? Just pick up the shit and just bring it back to my yard. You know what I mean?
Selling t-shirts on the street corner.
See what I mean? Like, I have to go Primark now. And them shirts are shit.
Yeah, for real. Now I get my t-shirts from Matalan, bro.
Matalan?
Hard body, bro.
Matalan?
Yeah.
That's what didn't Matalan sell furniture?
Listen,
No, blood.
No?
talking about
Matalan.
talking about shopping and stuff like that. Oh God, I've got a funny story to tell you guys. I sent out a load of CVs to different companies, charities and stuff. That was the more worrying thing. But 16 companies, five agencies. So I've sent out this CV and I put a picture at the top because my stepdad said, look, it makes you more personable.
Yeah.
They know what they're buying, sort of
Yeah.
thing. So I put it on there. I use a Mac, badly, edited it so you could just see my face. It was a friend's picture they sent me. It was quite funny. So I've sent off these CVs, and the first one was a charity that goes around schools teaching them about difficult subjects. You know what I mean, like modern day slavery, which is massive. I didn't realise how bad it was. 44 million slaves alive today. That's crazy. So she said, thanks for the CV, we'll keep it on file, but you might want to remove the tagline off your picture. Now I didn't know, and I was sending the whole photo as a file.
Yeah.
At the bottom, my friend Britt on Snapchat, what a sexy cunt.
Why do you check though? Like last check before, like.
It's me, isn't it?
It's a British Steve thing, isn't it?
It's just stupidity.
Yeah.
That's just. I've learned. I'm saying it to you like I know better, but I've learned just through experience. Verify something before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And it was one of those Homer Simpson moments where don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. I've done it. Damn.
Actually, now, on another funny thing, have you seen them sex dolls?
Which ones?
Yeah.
There's bare of them.
I've got a collection, so let's be a bit more specific.
There's sex dolls that's going out for the man them. But it's terrible. I don't know who would even buy them, but there's actually people that would buy them. And there's bare of them.
Yeah, but people used to buy the old inflatable blow-up ones, isn't it?
They've come along, haven't they? Apparently they feel like skin and everything.
Yeah, so it's
These
just a
are
new
really
generation.
shit, though.
What new skin? Like real skin?
It feels like I saw some documentary. Yeah, they feel like skin. You can choose what she looks like, what he looks like. You know, the size. If you're
It's them weirdo dudes that like when you were growing up, like used to wear a big overall and flash and shit like. Who's gonna be buying a rubber doll?
I even see a clip the other day. I think it was on fucking Instagram. One man was beating one of them dolls in the back of his car and got caught in a warehouse or something like that.
That was fake though. A lot of those videos are made up, aren't they? It was great.
Who's really gonna, go and buy a thing and then think?
Listen, there is a darker side to this because they were talking about. I've seen doing kiddie ones.
What?
Yes.
That's what it all stems down to. That's what I'm saying. The only people who on that type of stuff is really some weirdo dude in a long jacket. But time moved on.
I suppose.
Yeah, so they're dudes that are funny dudes. Because who's gonna look? At the end of the day, you could put real skin on one of them dolls, yeah. And excuse my language, but my dick could be in there, and I still know this is fake.
Yeah.
This is some fancy wanking.
It's a cyber wank.
For real.
It's a cyber wank. It's a two-dimensional wank.
Would you do a robot? I mean, seriously, but if they were like lifelike, and
like proper moved and looked
you
and
talked
and it all felt.
would you go for that? Would you have one in the corner?
I mean, if we're being truthful, if it really felt real and everything, and we're in 21, 35, yeah, I might.
I don't even think it's that far away, but to be honest.
But right now, they're not real. You know your dick's in some blow-up doll.
I just think what you're doing is you're moving away from something which, we're all animals,
Yeah, but a woman's a woman though, isn't it? Nothing's gonna.
I think it's not positive, is it? I mean, having sex with someone, you can just have a fuck, can't you? But realistically, you've all been in that relationship where having sex just suddenly means a bit more. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think in a way you're going down a road. We're taking humanity down a road which is unhealthy.
Yeah.
I don't think they're a good thing, but they make money, and that's what this world's become about, isn't it?
Have you heard about the Jamie Boga, the little child? Was that what's his name? John Venables. Like I think in 1980 something or something.
Yeah.
Him and someone else. He was 10 years old, and they tortured and killed a fucking child.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah,
I
he
remember
did.
I remember seeing it. I remember seeing it on the news. You see him. It's iconic, isn't it? I know it's probably the wrong word, but
well, it is though, isn't it?
As they're taking him out of the thing, I remember being a child because I'm their age.
Yeah.
And just the feeling of that. That's horrible. What are they?
Even,
you know what
even
I mean?
when we first saw it as kids, we were like, "What are you doing?" The most you would think about doing that was really weird, or not even weird, but really like mad, might be chuck a fucking stone at someone's window or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Or breaking
Teddy. Something like that.
Or maybe dash a stone at a dog.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And even that's to me, it's like, hold on.
I think he got 8 years. He got 10. He did the 8 years. Come out 5 years later. They must have raided his house or something, and they fucking like found like 12,000 images of child porn.
You see, the thing is, listen, the whole fucking thing is disgusting.
Yeah.
How did they
Makes
get
me
there
vexed,
anyway?
actually.
Because they're 10 years old. What has happened in their life? If you believe some people are born bad, but what has happened in their life to make them like that? To want to torture and murder a kid?
He used to be dead. He's evil.
To be completely disassociated with that. So what's happened to them? And I've got this feeling as well. I just think the way we deal with young criminals, how are we going to deal with that? Because you take a child at 10 years old, let's put aside what they did, and then put them into an institution where you and me grew up, your first kiss, the way you learn things, the time when you got in trouble, your mum's talked to you, or, do you know what I mean? You take that away, and then you go, here you are, adult, bang, back into society. I don't know what they do in there. I don't know if they do help them, if there's still things going on. But how do we deal with child criminals? I don't know, man. I don't know. Because obviously it didn't work, and he's come out and he's
But I think the fact, when he came out, he was anonymous. So no one knew who
I don't think they should allow that though.
Yeah, they shouldn't. They should. You should know who's who. So you got to look after your children. If you've got like nieces, nephews, whatever. The fact is that he was anonymous.
I personally
so
don't.
no one knew.
Yeah.
It was actually him. So he tried to get on with his normal life.
Well, he's obviously a
but then
danger.
He got on with his normal life, and look what he's done now.
He fucked up again.
Do you know what I mean?
What's interesting is he's obviously a danger. How did he get past to be allowed out? Because he's done so many things.
No, but what happens is with paedophiles and stuff like that, they get incarcerated, and then they get to go to their new area or whatever, and they get put on a list. So you're like pedophiles.
Name.
Yeah, right, and then they keep you like they don't pick that out. But I
like a witness protection in
the
real world.
Yeah. But witness protection is because you help the police in catching some other people. Yeah. You've done the wrong. So why are we keeping your shit quiet?
Yeah.
Like you need to know if you're next door to him. You know, you could be pulling up in your car and you're alright, how you doing, Phil? You alright? Yeah, your car's looking at you. You know that little next door conversation that you do. And my man's putting his finger in little kid's butt.
And the thing is, he only got, for this child pornography shit, he got 40 months.
Which is ridiculous, isn't it?
I mean, I know man who's
and
got
then they'll come out and
longer.
maybe do the same thing.
What did you tell me? 12,000 images.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. And then he got, I think he got 40 months. So then he come out and, he needs to stay in jail for the rest of his fucking life, bro. Like, certain man like that, evil like that, they can't get rehabilitated or something. He's fucked,
To
bro.
me, if you
and they're saying about him to be anonymous and stuff. Nah, man.
Yeah, but
where do you put the lines though? Because justice is blind. Yeah, that's the phrase, isn't it? So where do you put these lines? Do you say, kill all people, but then you find out there's a 19-year-old that slept with a 15-year-old. They've ended up getting married later and they've lived a full life.
Hold on.
But they'd still be on the list.
That's totally different. Yeah. That's totally different. That's totally different.
Of course, it's totally different. So they have a law.
But that's totally different. That's totally different. If we're talking about people, if we're talking about men who mess around with kids, that's that basket. Someone, Alan, who's 19, who met Sarah and she was turning, she weren't 16 yet. That's a different thing. In the first place, Sarah liked him. And she was like, yeah, I'm young, but I like you. And he's being a man, he's got his instincts. Because think about it, there's only 4 years difference.
This is what I'm saying.
So that's nothing.
Is it still a lot though?
No, it's not. Because most people out there, most women out there, if you go and speak, how old's your man? He's usually, women go for naturally for men who are older.
Yeah.
Usually.
15 and 17, it's just still the same thing, isn't it? It's still illegal.
No, but that's what I just said.
Yeah.
They're both, women naturally, usually, on paper, go for
Yeah.
older men. Yeah, now, if he's 19 and she's 15, he's still a boy, yeah, and technically by law, yes, she's not legal, but that age, they're both consenting.
That differs to a child.
They're both consenting. Yeah. Now, a pedophile is like, right, okay, I'm a man and I like that boy, and he's 6 or he's 8. That's totally different.
But what I'm saying is, if you have a law, a law, and you say so, all paedophiles get listed publicly, yeah, and you've arrested. To be fair, I'm still not sure if 19 and 15 is okay, but you've arrested a 19-year-old because he's found out to have a 15-year-old girlfriend. They may or not have a sexual thing. He's put on that list. That is publicised. 10 years later, he's still publicised, and someone's gone, hang on a minute, that name, I know that name. Because they're one of those guys.
Yeah, but that's not going to be called a paedophile charge, though.
Would it not?
No, I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be. Because most, I'm telling you, then that means a lot of people are going to be put in prison. People in your family, my family, in society, because that's happened tons of times. Yeah. That's different between liking, I'm a man and I like this boy who's 11 and he doesn't want to do this with me, but I'm going to take that.
Do some countries have that age?
Like that.
I'm not even brainwash them. I'm not even going to brainwash you. I'm just going to rape you.
Yeah.
That's different. Like, do you know what I mean?
I don't know how they work it out in court, to be honest. So.
Well, of course, a load of shit. Most of the court is crap anyway. Do you know what I mean? It's just designed to make their money. So whether you win or lose in court, court's got paid. Court's got paid. Someone's got to pay for that charge. You got to pay for your solicitor. Why? Look, I'll give you an example about court. Why it's just about making money. Why is it that when you go to court, you get a solicitor or you get a lawyer? Because you don't understand the language when you go to court.
They don't know the framework. Why is it so expensive?
There you go.
You know,
but the whole point of what I'm saying is, why would you have a language that everyday common people don't understand when they come to this place legally?
Because it has to be specific. That's why. It's built over time, and they have to have that language and its specificness.
I'm telling you, I'll break this down then. So you're saying they need to be specific on certain things. So why don't you articulate that specifically in English? Your legalese is a total different language that everyday people do not understand.
Yeah, indeed.
Why would you want to do? So if you're saying something like this, if you're saying right in court, well basically he needs to legalise this and he needs to diversify this and da. In English, me and you talking to that means, well, you need to change that and you need to make that. Why don't they just have that? But they don't. They talk legalese, which everyday people don't understand, and you need to pay for a lawyer who understands it. Why do you need to do that? So they're making money whether you win or lose. So even if I won the case, I still had to pay loads of money for this guy because he speaks that language.
Especially now, your government's gone, do you know what, we're not going to help you if you can't afford it. Didn't they take away, listen, I haven't been to court, but they've taken away, you used to be able to get, if you couldn't afford it, you'd be supplied with someone and they pay for it.
Duty solicitor.
But they don't do that anymore. They don't pay towards it.
To be truthful, trust me, bro, I've been through the court systems. I'm still a good guy, but I've been through it, yeah. The duty solicitor is a crock of shit anyway. Half the time, them man are just learning, and you might be chatting to your duty solicitor, and then you come out after the court, and he's talking to the people that are prosecuting you, because he works with them.
Like, what? They don't even remember your fucking name and the case, and they just fuck you right up. Bro.
Yeah. So that's rubbish. So the best thing you always need to do if you go court, like, is to standardly get your money out and go book a good solicitor, and he'll tell you what's going on and where you stand.
And he's actually on your side.
Yeah, and he's actually on your side. Or if he might not even like you, but he's gonna at least stick with you because you're paying him good money.
Yo, this Mace, you know what I'm saying? You got niggas down